Married at First Sight season 17 is just getting started, but the drama is already dramaing. The cast tells their families that they're getting hitched, head to their last night of freedom, and a bride makes history by being the first one to say no at the altar. Me and this mystery woman got beef. Point blank period. Like, I'm chasing you down in your car type beef. Because what the hell was that? They didn't show her side of the family at all. And that's when I was like, oh, something is weird here. We didn't see her. They're not even showing her family's reactions. So I already knew it was about to be some crazy shit. Not to mention they did kind of tease that at the beginning of the episode. But I already knew it was about to be something extreme because why would they not even show her family? One thing about me, I hate when people go on to these reality shows that thousands of people want to go on. You can see the same thing when I'm covering Survivor. I hate people who go on Survivor and quit. Do not come on a show like Married at First Sight where they have to go through rounds and rounds of interviews and they're picking people. They're in your city right now. They might not even be in your city next time. And you get on here and you say no. You just wasted everybody's time. I hate that. She wasted her time. She wasted Michael's time. She wasted production's time. She wasted casting's time. And damn it, she wasted my time and I want my shit back. And then had the nerve to be like, can y'all block out my identity? Girl, please take every fucking seat available. What are you talking about? I didn't even know that they had a right to not have their face on TV. I thought once you agree to go on the show, you own the show. So she must have had a damn good lawyer. Like, I don't know who her lawyer is, but whoever it is made a good deal for her because they didn't even hint at who she was. The only thing they showed was the back of her head, and that could have been anybody's back of the head. She did the whole thing with giving him the crown and all of this, and I saw a few people talking about the crown and how she probably didn't want to marry him because he showed up to the altar with the crown on. But she's the one who gave him the crown. That was her gift to him.
This might be the best gift I've ever gotten. To the king of my heart. It takes a brave and courageous soul to commit to this process. I can't wait to meet you. XOXO, lovingly, your wife.
So him showing up with the crown and the sword is not a reason not to marry him when she was the one who gave him that. Clearly her personality was a little silly. She was in a silly, goofy mood when she gave it to him, but she wasn't feeling that same energy when she walked down the aisle. So nope, that's not the reason why. She just wanted to waste people's time. I am convinced. My first impression of Michael is that he loves love. Yes, he's eccentric, but to be honest, I thought he was the one with the most personality. He knows how to dress, he's attractive, and he even said he was willing to be molded. He was like, if my girl don't like how I dress, I'm down to let her change it. No, you dress just fine. Like, I love an eccentric guy. I don't care. A lot of guys don't know how to dress. And at the end of the day, if you want to be more eccentric versus boring, then give me eccentric 24/7. And personality-wise, he also seemed great. He seemed like a fun guy. I feel like she missed out, but that's just my opinion. And it almost hurts more because this was literally his biggest fear. He was like, the only thing I don't want is for someone to get there and then say no. And saying that he would feel like he had a scarlet letter on him, which I don't think he has the scarlet letter. I wish she had the scarlet letter, and I hope that the internet does its job and finds out who she is. Like, I'm not saying I want y'all to go, like, hunt this woman down and, like, harass her or nothing, but she at least needs to show her damn face for the nonsense that she pulled. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about her no more. Someone get my boy over on Love is Blind so that he can meet somebody who's actually down for him. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Married at First Sight season 17, episodes 1 and 2. So if you haven't seen them yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. Granted, I'm a little late on the season. I know, so everybody who clicked on this probably has already seen it. But one of my subscribers, Dora, shout out to you, Dora, actually said they wanted me to cover this show, so here I am. Even though I am a little late, I'm here. I have watched this show, but not in a very long time. But I was actually talking about how I remember Doug and Jamie, and then I found out they were way back in season 1. So I think I'm like 16 seasons behind, but I am familiar with how the concept of the show and how the show works and all of that. You are about to hear my thoughts on episodes 1 and 2, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your comments in the comment section if you do want to participate in the conversation. But yeah, allow me to get caught up and we will be back on track soon. I love the concept of this show. Like I said, I used to watch it back when they did those long ass interviews in the beginning and showing the process of going through all these people, and I am beyond happy to see that they no longer do that because I hated that part of the show. I'm not here to see y'all go through the interview process. Get to the altar because that's what I'm here for. I like Orion and Lauren. Lauren identifies as queer, which is fantastic because Orion said that he did experiment and kind of went on a date with the guy and even kissed the guy before. And I'm gonna just say this, some black women stand very firmly on the fact that they don't want to be with a guy who's even questioned his sexuality. Not even that he's bisexual, even questioned his sexuality. And y'all can come at me for that if y'all want to, but I'm a black woman. I've spent a lot of time in black women's spaces, and I know that that is a shared POV amongst a lot of black women. Of course, not all, because I don't share that POV, but a lot of black women will not even like go near a guy who has questioned his sexuality. I also like how she was very honest about the fact that, like, look, even if I am with somebody, even though I am monogamous, I'm probably still gonna be attracted to other people, which is like, that's the wavelength that I'm on. They are both very serious about their cultures, so I do think that is something they're going to connect on. Lauren definitely did make me cry. She made me cry when she was picking out that wedding dress, and she just wanted her mom there. I am blessed to still have both of my parents still here with me, but I cannot imagine having to go through big life changes like that where you want your mom with you, and she's just not. So, oh yeah, she made me cry. I empathize with her on that. I truly cannot imagine that pain. But I do feel like Orion's family is going to welcome her. I don't know. I only like to talk about the episodes that I've watched. So as I'm recording this right now, I've only watched episodes 1 and 2. Haven't gone past it. So I really don't know how the family dynamics are going to be. But I feel like his family is going to be welcoming. I didn't get any weird like racism vibes from them. Orion does seem to be very proud of his penis size. Can I say that? I don't know, but he seems very braggadocious about it. So we'll see how that goes with Lauren. I will say I was a little worried because when Orion was there and they showed Lauren's friend sitting in the audience, she didn't look too happy, but their chemistry was on point. I mean, right at the altar, they're bantering, great chemistry off top, so I thought that was great. Based off of the chemistry alone, I think they're going to be good. Cameron and Claire, as I'm saying their names right now, I don't even remember what they look like, so I think it's obvious that they didn't really stand out to me. Who knows, maybe that's going to change in these next episodes, but as of right now, I didn't even really take too many notes on them. I know that she's a therapist, and I like to keep my distance with therapists because I personally always feel like they're going to be reading you. Like, I would never date someone or marry someone who is a therapist because I'm just like, how do you get into an argument with a therapist? They're going to be in your head 24/7. So, off top, I'm like, I don't trust her. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Austin and Becca. These two are interesting. I do think they're on the same wavelength, but Austin's parents didn't even feel like he was ready for marriage, so that's concerning. That's concerning. I also do feel like his mom may end up being a problem. She seems very much like opinionated, and she's going to tell you her opinion, and if you don't agree with her opinion, then that's your business. I feel like there might be issues with his mom later on, but we'll see. I did feel like he was a little stuck up at the bachelor party, but then it turned out that she was just as stuck up. She didn't want to interact with the strippers anyway. I'm not saying that automatically makes you stuck up. Everybody doesn't have to like strippers, but damn, you had a bachelor party. Like, live it up a little bit. But then I found out she was like that too, and I was like, okay, 2 peas in a pod. Then it don't matter if one of them was like that and the other one was a partier, it would be difficult. But if they are both on the same page with it, then great for them. He was trying to give the dancers his jacket. That's a wholesome man right there. Might be too wholesome for me, but wholesome nonetheless. I will say though that I did love her wedding dress. It was probably the only one that I actually liked. I thought everybody else's was boring and lacked character. Hers looked like a fairy princess. She was flowing. I loved it. It was great. I do think they're gonna go far. Their energy was great. I mean, neither of them can be on time. I think they were the ones who couldn't be on time. It was in both of the friends' notes, basically, that they gave them. Mom didn't like that sex vixen comment, but like I said, mama gonna be a problem already. Then we have Emily and Brennan. I never understood people who have never been in a relationship but want to be married, and especially people who go on shows like this. You don't even know how you are in a relationship. You don't even know if you like living with somebody else. And I know you can say that about everybody, but like, you haven't even been with anyone ever, and you're jumping into marriage with a stranger? It's so bizarre. I don't know. I will never understand it. I love shows like this and Love is Blind and all of that, and getting with a stranger. If you have already experienced relationships, jumping into it as a complete novice to relationships in general is crazy. Even her friend tried to tell her, like, girl, what are you talking about?
You're ready for that?
Yeah. Do you think I'm not?
I don't know. You've never been in a relationship before. What makes you think that you're ready for the rest of your life?
I know, Lily.
That's the only honest person in her life, if I'm keeping it real. He works out, that's great, but he comes from a toxic family. These two are not a good match. I don't know what the hell the experts were thinking, but they should have put me in the expert panel, because you do not put someone who's never had to think outside of themselves and someone who has grew up in toxicity and hasn't acknowledged it, by the way, together. You are literally asking for a disaster. He talks about marriage as if it's so final, and he's saying, you know, my parents fought all the time, but they made it work. No, that's not making it work. That's called sticking it out when you should have let go. I am completely not of the mindset that you should stick it out no matter what. No, if shit starts to get rough and you have tried to fix it already and it's just not working, then it's just not working. There are too many fish in the sea to stick with somebody who you got to argue with every day of your life. That's not sticking it out. That's just being dumb at that point, babe. Like, if y'all don't like each other, you 1000% can get divorced. And I need you to understand this, Brennan. Look me in my eyes. You don't have to stay with somebody you don't like. I don't care if you're married. Just because your parents decided to stay through the toxicity doesn't mean that they aren't miserable in their minds, and doesn't mean that they really made it work. They might just be making it look like they made it work on the surface. But Emily likes to party, and again, that's just her never having to step outside of herself. Of course, you can party all you want to when you're single, but when you have a husband or when you have a wife, yeah, your one-track mind becomes two-track. You have to think about you, and if y'all have kids, it has to be 3, 4, you know what I mean? You can't be all about yourself. You can't go out and party every weekend when you have a man. Even if y'all going out and partying together, just other things take priority when you have a marriage, when you're sharing finances, when you're trying to grow together as a couple and not just yourself. I do like that part about her being a carnivore. It might sound weird that somebody put that in there, but I like that they put that in there because it can end up being a deal breaker. If he was a crazy vegan and she wanted to eat steak every night, yeah, that's not gonna work. So that was cute. I like that. He also might be a little weird with money. He has a bad relationship with money, and listen, I could talk about that all day because my relationship with money is not that great. But there is a fine line between being good with money and like OCD and obsessing over it. Reading every line to the receipt to make sure that not a penny was overcharged.
He will grab the bill and read it line by line every time.
I need that.
To make sure that not even 1 penny is overcharged.
Yes, we all check our receipts, but like putting that in somebody's vows or his friends feeling like that was worthy enough to mention makes it sound like he might, I don't even think he's a penny pincher. I just think he is overly into money. Like he would be like, "Oop, you spent $5 over the budget this month." You know what I mean? And I'm feared that they might not even be able to talk about things like that because he doesn't have a positive idea in his head of what it's like to talk to someone without yelling at them because of his parents. And she doesn't have a positive view of what it is to talk to someone and communicate because she's never had to do it. Their communication, I think, is going to be their biggest hurdle to overcome in very, very early stages of this marriage. So we will see. I don't say this too often, but I'm really not rooting for them. Sometimes people just aren't good together. And solely based off of these first 2 episodes, I don't think they're going to be good together. My opinion could change, but as of right now, that's where I stand. If you all are rocking with me to cover Married at First Sight, I will continue to do it. But if you're not, then I won't, because it's a long show and it would be a lot of work to cover 30 episodes that no one gave a damn about. So if you're rocking with me, I will continue to be here. I will have my commentary up on episodes 3 and 4 just because I want to get up to date, just to kind of see what y'all are saying right now. But we will continue to see how this goes after that. If you want to keep in touch outside of these videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll have my review on episodes 3 and 4 up pretty soon. Probably, I'm not going to put a date on it, but soon, like within the next 2 or 3 days. So be on the lookout for that. And I'll see you next time. Subscribe. I'm gonna go edit this video right now and hopefully have it up sooner rather than later. Okay, bye guys. Married at First Sight, nope, I already messed up on that. Married at First Sight season 17 is it's just, okay. Well, I could just show the speech, I don't need to say it. I'll just have him read the note. I'll insert that clip right here. What am I cover so many damn shows. Who is it? Doug, and I always forget the wife's name. Doug, his name is not Orion. Did I call him Orion? Orion, I think it's Orion. I'm gonna be calling him Orion. If that's not his name, then sorry. But this video will contain spoilers for, I'm not gonna put that in there. People are gonna be like, what? Gate and chemistry. I do think they're on the same way. I do think they're on the same.
Met her at Coachella, I went to see Chica, she with the CC trip. Perfect, I took a seat on the ice, cold on. She handed me an ice blue